Hi, this is Betty with My Busy Beehive. I wanted to share with you a journal I made with one of my uh, happy bags. I had 3 happy bags that I was going to place in my Etsy shop, and I decided to make a journal to see if a complete journal could indeed be made with one of them, and indeed it surely can. I added just a few things to the kit, and one being this hanging file folder. I may add the hanging file folder to the kit. I may have to cut it down some to get it into the kit to make it into the envelope. I'll have to see. But anyway, as I go through, I'll show you what all I've added to the kit. I think it's just 3 things. But anyway, let's get into this kit. I added the blue hanging folder, and that's all I have are blue hanging folders. So, of course, you don't have to use the folder if you don't want to, but that's what I used. And I'm thinking of adding another thing. I have this piece of trim that I was going to use as a closure. That goes perfectly with that, doesn't it? But I haven't decided on how to make a closure out of it. So, but I'm thinking about using this as a closure to go around it. I just haven't decided how to finish it. But anyway, on the front I have a time card that I have folded and made a pocket out of it. That was in the kit. This label was in the kit that says notes. I added this piece of card, which is a piece of folder, and I stamped feathers on it. I've sprayed it with vanilla, imitation vanilla, and used that as just a journaling card. It still has a faint scent of vanilla to it. Oh, the little string doesn't want to come. I had longer strings, but they were kind of worrisome, and if you want to trim them down some more, you can, of course. If I put this in my Etsy shop, I may keep it for my own. I don't know. These beads are in the kit. Now, the kits have the same amount of items and similar items. They are different, of course, because I didn't have the same, like, cards, greeting cards and things. As we go through the kit, you'll see what I'm talking about. Such as these beads will have different letters on them, maybe different colors. I'm not sure if they all have jingle bells. They may have like 3 or 2 beads instead of a bead and a jingle bell. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But anyway, they all have the same amount of things. These letters mean nothing to me. These were just random beads. You have 2 strings when you do this binding. This is the 3-hole binding, but I put them together. I've done in the past, I have made 2 different strings when I have put beads on and they get tangled, and so this time I just put them through the beads as one, and I think I like this idea better. I left them long so when someone writes in the journal, they can either leave them down or put them up so they'll be out of the way when someone's journaling. So anyway, let's go in. Okay, on the inside I folded the inside cover and made a tuck spot. This envelope was in the kit, and inside there are some while you were out notes from an office. There are 4 here, and of course you can journal on both sides of these. These, I said, were in the kit. You hear my dog in the background, one of my dogs in the background, the loudest one, of course. We're having some furniture picked up. So this is one thing that was not in the kit, this piece of fabric right here that I glued to the binding to reinforce the binding some right here. This is a piece of journal valance that I picked up at the thrift store just to give it some extra stability. Okay, this pocket was in the kit. and this butterfly was in the kit, but it was a page from a butterfly book. But I cut the butterfly out, and I just wound some black thread around and around, and just glued it to the front of the pocket, just for some decorative issues right there. Okay, this card, this is the back of a greeting card. So I'll show you what I did with the front of it later, but this is the back of the card, and the greeting, of course, I didn't want to be seen, so I cut this little boy out of a children's page that was in the kit, and I glued him here, and I glued coffee dyed paper to the back of it. I punched a flower, 2 flowers out of the butterfly page, and this is a piece of a puzzle that I glued up here for a tab. So all of that is out of the kit. This is glued. I didn't cut this string, but that's long. You can see how long all the strings were, so you can just imagine. This was a stringy mess. There was a tear in the page, which was kind of cool, but I didn't know if it was going to be. It was kind of a wrinkled up, smushed up corner, but anyway, it was kind of bothersome. So I took a piece of the children's book and glued it to the corner here, and made it more substantial, and made a tab right there. So that's a piece of coffee dyed paper. I did some stamping here in the corner, little stamp. This is a piece of computer paper with brown edging. I think there was 2 sheets of this in the kit. I folded it up and made a tuck or a pocket here. This card was in the kit. Now the other kits have cards similar to this, but not like this. Anyway, it's a journaling card, and I glued a piece of puzzle piece to the top for a tab, and I glued a flower that I cut out of one of the children's book pictures back here, just to cover up the piece of puzzle piece. And of course I zigzagged black around the edge. This is a piece of or a page from a children's workbook. This is a piece of computer paper with pink trim, and I believe there's 2 pieces of this in the kit. This is a piece of silver lace that I zigzagged and ruffled up, and then I glued it to the page. This is a paper bag that was in the kit. This book page pocket was in the kit. This is another butterfly that I cut out of the butterfly book, and did the same thing with the black thread and just kind of wound it around and glued it to the page. This is a sheet of hole reinforcers. I used some here, and I'll show you later in the book what I did with them for decorative purposes. Is that something right there? Oh yeah, there's something right there. This is an envelope that I made out of one of the book pages from one of the children's books. Well, anyway, it's just a small envelope, and I didn't put anything in this one, so you can use it to fill up with your memorabilia. I'll just fold it like that and stick it back in there. There we go. Okay, and this is, this side of the pocket we have a while you were waiting, while you were out page that you can journal on. And this is just one of those little tearaway books that you can make a list on, just an impromptu list if you are thinking of something that you want to do in your journal, or something that you remember that you need to think of later that you don't want to forget. You can just write it down and have it, and you rip the page out when you're through with it, and not worry with it. Quick grocery list or need to do later list, whatever. This is a calendar page, cute calendar page, and journaling page on this side. This is a floating pocket, another one of those little tearaway pages. In fact, this is the page that was the front of the page that I had happy. That's part of the smiley face. Part of the smiley face. Bag. And that's just where I was writing something, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so I just used that page to make one of those tearaway pages, tearaway books that you can just write yourself some notes and tear them away as you use them. Another sheet of reinforcement holes. They come in so handy, and I have inked them. They have been distressed. Another sheet of the while you were out message sheets, and these little tags back here. My husband is a donut addict. He will not admit it, but he is. Any kind of donuts, but anyway. So he had a box, and I thought, well, you know, that's perfect for journaling on, so I took that and just... So these were not in the... Oh, they may be. I can't remember if those were in the kit or not. They may be in the kit, because I think I punched out several of those, so those may be in the kit. All of that may be in the kit. Even that would be in the kit, because that was the label in the kit. So, okay. This is coffee dyed paper, and I've stamped lemon branches from a lemon tree there. This is a children's worksheet. This is a science worksheet. These are all in the kit. A children's page from a children's book. This is one of those little tearaway notebooks, and what I did was I took some pink crochet thread and I just laid it down and zigzagged over it when I made the book, when I sewed the pages together. And this is a sales receipt that's in the kit. Okay, this is another piece of the brown computer paper that's got the brown trim on it. This is the Seascape computer paper. That's good heavy weight too. That's a good weight to that paper. And I did a little bit of stamping at the bottom of it. I hope I'm in frame. I haven't been keeping up with that. Okay, another science worksheet. This is the pink dyed paper, and I believe this is Kool-Aid dyed paper. And I did some little butterflies along the edge. This is the pink computer paper, and this is the green cardstock with a white belly band, and I distressed it a little bit. This is a vintage piece of stationery. This was in the kit, and this is the other piece of the silver lace that I ruffled up and glued to the edge of the page. The green ledger paper, all in the kit. This is the other piece of the Seascape. I was just looking at my nails. We were digging in dirt, planting some stuff the other day. I was making sure, not the other day, yesterday. The other day, and I still have dirty nails. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this time of the year, you just give up on your nails. I do. Anyway, this is the computer paper. This is the manuscript paper from the children's manuscript tablet. This should be in this envelope, and I didn't go back and put it in. I made this video last night and completely messed it up, but all of this should be inside this envelope. This is the center of the book. Okay, this is the center. I made another little tearaway and used two of the little flowers and just folded them over and zigzagged along the top and made that one that way. That was made out of the edges or the margins of the children's book. This was a piece of the half sheet of the cardstock, and in it are pieces of the children's book and the butterfly book that were not used, that I punched out small circles, and I think that's the 1-inch circle, and flowers. There's just a conglomeration of them in there for you to use. I have some of this lace left over. I'm sure if I had thought about it a while, I would have found a way to have used it, but I just didn't think. I enjoyed doing this journal so much. This was such a joy. I had this pink crochet cotton left over that would be perfect for binding another journal. And I had this left over, this piece of green ribbon. It's light green and it has tiny little white polka dots on it. It's beautiful, little Grosgain ribbon. And I had this piece of, which I could put it, I'll hang on to this just a minute. I'll put it under one of the belly bands. Alright, you've got to lay down in there. You're not going to lay down. I can't curl it up. I've got to do it that way. We can get things to work. Okay, fold you over and put you in there. Okay, now that is the center of the book. Here's another floating pocket, and in it we have another tearaway book. We have some more reinforcement holes, and we have another sales receipt. And we have the little red bow that was also in the kit. These are made out of the children's book and part of a vintage cookbook back here. Okay, then this is the other side of the manuscript paper, the other side of one of the Seascape computer papers, the other side of the ledger paper, and the other side of the green paper. And here we have another While You Were Out, and the front side of a card. It says a very special thank you, and of course I used the back for something else that I will show you later, but I'm going to also put this in the belly band. I think it's belly band worthy. We'll slide it up there, and that's the pink, whoops, come back, the pink computer paper, the pink dyed paper. Oh, and here's where I put the lace as a tag. I think that is so pretty. I just zigzag down the page and zigzag that on. The science worksheet. The computer paper, and I did some stamping down here. The brown paper. Here's where the, you know what, we could put, let's put, he looks a little lonely. Let's put this here. That looks good with that. This is a tearaway sheet and that card. And this is a children's book page. This is out of the book I Will Always Love You, where the little boy breaks his mother's teapot. And of course she forgives him for it. Of course he's just crushed because he did it. He thinks that she's going to give up on him. And this is the children's workbook sheet, and this is coffee dyed paper, and I did some stamping right there. There's the lemon branches right there, and I did some more right here, and I attached the envelope right here onto the calendar. It's empty, so it's ready for you to add something to it. This is another time card. Right here, I was trying to make it look like a flower, a red flower, and I was trying to make it look like a gold butterfly was hovering or lighting on the onto the red flower with the puzzle pieces. That was my interpretation. I know. That was the way I was trying to do that night, but anyway. this is a vintage sheet from a sheet from a vintage cookbook. So that's in that pocket. And in this pocket we have the back of that card that I put in that had the pink flowers on it. It had a sentiment here, and so I punched out some flowers from one of the children's pages, and there was a little teddy bear, and so I fussy cut the little teddy bear and put him in the middle and added a puzzle piece at the top, and on the back I punched out a picture from the butterfly book, and at the bottom I said I wanted to cover up the information on the bottom of the thing because it pertained to the production of the card. Anyway, I said he has 10 upper teeth and 10 lower teeth. I thought that was funny. It could refer to the teddy bear having 10 upper teeth and 10 lower teeth. I don't know. Anyway, this is the ruffle that's in the kit. I just added that to the page, and that's the computer paper. This is another part of the back side of the children's worksheet, and this is the back side of the brown computer paper that I've turned up. We have another tearaway notebook and another envelope that I made out of the children's paper, and I put 3 of the flowers that I made right there on the front, on the flap. There's nothing in it. It's ready for you to fill with your goodies. And on the last page you can see where I put the reinforcement circles. I just did that as a decorative, got a net flying around here now, decorative idea, just to show you what you can do with the reinforcement circles if you would like to. And in the back flap we have the card and this is the dog saying goodbye. And I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I would appreciate it so much. And please take time to go over to my Etsy shop, My Busy Beehive. I'm slowly getting it filled up with things, and I do need your help with getting my YouTube channel advertised, so please encourage people to watch my channel and to subscribe, and I would appreciate it so much. And I will be talking to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.